Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? How you guys been? I'm sorry it's been a little minute, but I am here. I am here, and I want to just say, it feels good to like talk to you guys again. And I just wanted to catch you up on a couple of things, and yeah, I just want to chat it up today. It's been a crazy semester, just like the last semester, but just, some things going on, good and bad, but just staying focused, trying to stay focused, trying to stay busy and on top of my game. And also just trying to be here too and give you guys some content, some commentary, and let you guys know what's going on. I've been lately attending real sessions with adolescents, to where I'm either the co-facilitator, acting as the art therapist, and along with a real live session with adolescents, which is complicated, but very invigorating, very challenging. But man, it's been a beautiful thing. But before I get into all that, I just want to breathe a little bit, because I haven't been on here with you guys for a minute. And hopefully I still have you guys. I still have your attention. Again, this is life. This is how things are going. And like I said in the beginning, I just want to be authentic with you. I don't want to sugarcoat things. I don't want to act like everything is all easy peasy, beautiful, cover girlish. Like, I want to be honest with you, and I want to let you know if I'm having hard times. I want to let you in. I want to let you know when I'm having good times. So with that being said, I do apologize for not being here over the past couple of weeks, but I'm getting myself together. And just last week we had spring break. Thank God for that. So happy for the spring break. I was able to come home to Miami, which I haven't been in a while. That felt great. My aunt just spoiled the crap out of me. I am super spoiled because of my aunt, one of my aunts down in Miami. And she just, she's like, you know what, come home, be with me, be with the kids, be with the family, and just relax. So I was able to do that, come home. I was able to go to the beach. I have a spot at the beach that's always been my little private little sanctuary. I do my little meditation there. I recharge all of my crystals. So I'm fully loaded. And I am good. I'm rejuvenated. I'm recharged. I'm regrouped, and I am ready to tackle the remainder of the semester. So yeah, we had that spring break. And it just felt good to eat some conch. Conch is my favorite seafood, so I was able to grub on conch every day. My aunt, oh my gosh, she made me 2 big seafood things. We had 2 seafood nights where she made these huge pans of seafood boils. She had king crab, snow crab, conch galore, shrimp, potatoes, eggs. It's making me hungry all over again, because I don't get to eat like that. But man, it was such a beautiful thing, and just those little things really makes a difference, and it really just gets my spirit back up and gets me back in the groove and back on my grind. Not that I ever was not on my grind, but it's been a little tough. I've been going through some emotional roller coasters that I really won't get into, but yeah, been going through some of those. Also, just staying on top of school. School has been great. We've been learning about different diagnoses, which has been a little complicated, because when it comes to the terms and comes to being clinically correct, and being making sure you have a clinical rationale for why you do things as an art therapist is extremely important. We're not just there giving people paints and giving people markers and just say, hey, free willy-nilly, go at it. We always have to have a clinical rationale as to why we're doing this and why we feel like it's going to benefit the client. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. What is good for the client, what the client needs. It's not about you, what you feel that's going to work best. Is how the client reacts and what they really want. So that's another important thing that I've been dealing with. And then also just learning how to lean in versus stepping back. So like when I'm in classes, just just respecting all of my colleagues and respecting my cohort, not wanting to talk up all the time, not wanting to share my experiences all the time, just giving everybody else also the opportunity to share their experiences, and also just allowing my time to just sit back and hear others and hear where they're coming from and hearing their stories and their experiences, which is extremely important to my growth and my developmental processing and just my educational process overall, just learning and understanding how to deal with people and how to help people throughout situations. So yeah, that's been interesting. So in a nutshell, that's what's been going on. But I've been staying on top of it. We have midterms. We just had a big midterm. We have another midterm next week where we had to write a 7-page paper based on like a case study. How will we go about group sessions, like in a long time span, like 15-week time span? How would we facilitate that? What type of directives we would give the client and things of that nature, knowing what they're going through and either what type of diagnosis they have. Also, I've been going through some things just with learning about schizophrenia, learning about bipolar and how that can bounce off each other and kind of intertwine sometimes. So that's been an interesting topic to discuss and to talk about. So I presented on bipolar because someone in my family has extreme bipolar. So there's bipolar 1 and 2. So just learning what the highs and the lows are and understanding the differences and how to look out for those signals when a person has bipolar. So yeah, that's been one thing. But what's been most exciting, I would have to say, are those real sessions with these adolescents. It's one thing to learn about all of this, and it's one thing to just be in class talking about it. Like, what if this, what if that, what if this happened with a client? What if that happened with a client? But to actually be in a real session, it's virtual now, right now, everything is virtual. And that's still powerful. Don't get me wrong, these virtual sessions are just as, I wouldn't say it's just as good as in person, but they have their advantages and disadvantages, just like everything else. And just the power and the dynamic and the fear and the challenge and the excitement that's been going on when I attend these sessions and be a part of these sessions have been very exuberating. Like, I can't even describe it, the things that goes on and the anxiety you get with trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? What do I do in a situation to where, say, for instance, a teenager yells out, oh, I like smoking weed. I like to smoke pot all day, this and that, because they're teenagers. We were once teenagers, so we know how it goes, right? But how do you set the stage to where not only are you amongst a group of individuals, how you set the stage for that group to where it's a safe space, where you as the therapist are guaranteeing them a safe space, which is so imperative when you're working with groups, because at the end of the day, it's not just that one individual. What if something that was said from another individual, offended that person? How would you approach that? How will you handle those situations? So just all of that has been very challenging, but also just learning what to do and not fearing when to step in, step out, when to let the group run things. Because for teenagers, for adolescents, it's like, they know what they want, they know what they don't want. So you don't want to tell them what to do all the time. You want to give them that open space. You want to provide them with that freedom that they're possibly not getting elsewhere. You want to instill leadership skills onto them. And how do you do so? You do that by letting them control the space sometimes until it starts getting out of control. And then that's when you step in as a therapist. But for the most part, lean back a little. And that's what I've been learning, just to lean back and just observe, be there, just be present. And that's enough for these adolescents. And one thing I would leave off with is how important representation is. I would say coming into this, it's a special project that my school does. And I was nervous as shit coming into this special project because it's not officially my internship. Yeah, it's just a special project that I've been fortunate enough to attend and have the opportunity to be a part of and to get the experience, right? And I'm so thankful for that. But before even coming into it, I'm like, oh man, working with teenagers. I never even thought about working with teenagers. I never wanted to work with teenagers. I knew exactly what I thought. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I know I definitely want to work with veterans. I always wanted to work with the Black youth, but more so younger kids, not really teenagers, because I felt like I can't handle teenagers. I was almost just a teenager, a couple of years ago, 10, 15 years ago. So it's like, I didn't want to, I was scared of the transference that was going to occur, sorry. And then I was scared of the counter transference, but I wanted to face that fear. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. Sign me up. Let's go. Let's see how it is. And man, it's been very, very, very great. And when I say that, just coming into it, I noticed that a lot of the individuals in the group were African American. And I'm not sure if I'm the first African American art therapist that they had, but I feel like there is a connection there. And I feel like my presence is necessary. And that's what I'm going to leave with. And I'm going to continue to be present, and I'm going to continue to be there, and I'm going to continue to give it my all, because at the end of the day, I know we need it. Us as a culture, we tend to stray away from therapy, or to denounce the fact that we need therapy. And it usually it's just joke within a Black community. Oh, if somebody has problems or a kid have problems, guess what we say? Man, you better sit his ass down somewhere, give him some goddamn medicine, or give him some damn Tylenol, take his ass to sleep. That's what we say to those things. And why we shouldn't keep continuously just shutting down or straying away the fact that no, something may be there. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to seek therapy. No one's going to look at you weird. You're not going to be judged. And if you are, who gives a damn? At the end of the day, guess who you should be caring about? Your child, you as a person, you as an individual, your growth, your mental state, your health. You know what I mean? And we got to get away from that, guys, as a Black culture. And I feel like we're working at it. And this is why I'm here. So I just want to just leave off with that and say, let's start. Let's start today. Let's get the help we need. Let's start by making ourselves more aware. Let's start by doing our research. Man, research. Don't let me just sit up here and tell you, that, therapy is good. You should look more into it. Take your time and look into that shit. Look into it. Write some things down. Oh, I heard of music therapy. What's that? Oh, I heard of art therapy. What's that? This girl on the screen talking about art therapy. What the hell is that? Look it up. Take your time. You can go out and watch TV. You can watch what you call it, Bad Girls Club, or hip hop, Love and Hip Hop, and all of that. I'm not acting like I don't watch it. I watch it with my cousin, but my TV does not turn on unless it's like me watching something with my dang on cat, or me watching something educational like Twilight Zone or something like that. But what I'm getting at is, do the work, because in the long run, it's going to pay off for our mental. In the long run, it's going to pay off for our nation. So do the freaking legwork, do the work to secure your mental and our generations to come into. Okay. So it was good catching up with you guys. I'm sorry I have to be short. Cheers to the freaking weekend. I love you. And I'm here. I hope you guys are still here with me. Goodbye. On this episode with Nikki Woods, from veteran to art therapist, My Art, My Wounds. Thank you for letting me share with you guys. Bye. Hi guys, I want to come on again really fast because I kind of want to add on to my previous video. It was supposed to all encompass each other, but it didn't work like that. And I have some things to say, some more things to say. And I kind of want to touch on again a little bit when I mentioned earlier the idea of leaning in versus stepping back, right? I guess what I want to say is that it is hard when you have so much experience, right? when you have all of these life experiences and all of these problems that you've encountered, and was fortunate enough to find these solutions, or were fortunate enough to overcome these sorts of issues, or were able to completely experience these experiences for what they are worth. It can be looked down upon, or it can be highlighted. It can be honored. And that's the struggle that I'm kind of dealing with, because yes, I have all of these experiences. So learning when to step back and be able to just be in the moment and be able to learn from others still, which I'm all about that. I never ever think that I know everything, no matter where I've been, no matter what I've done. I'm always interested in learning and growing even more. That's why I travel a lot. That's why I'm always around different ethnicities, different cultures, because I want to learn. But with that, leaning in and stepping back, learning how to balance that out. I am with me as a veteran going to school, right? I'm not sure how many other veterans have this issue, but I know sometimes we have issues with kind of adapting in the school environment, only because we just been tossed out of the army with all of this knowledge and all of these skills, right? Whether it's listening skills, actively listening. And, as a sergeant, as a leader, you've been faced with adversity firsthand, with soldiers, with leaders, whatever the case may be, subordinate and whatnot. And you have to counsel them. You literally have to sit down and counsel them, tell them what they're doing good, what they're not doing so good, and how can they improve, what can they work on. Then you also have to strategize with them, growth and improvement, and educational growth, personal growth, and things of that nature. And just like for me, I had a suicidal soldier also that I had to tend to and mentor and counsel, and that was hard for me. That was really hard for me, but I never let it show. I just had to step up and say, okay, you know what, I have to lead from the front, not from the back. So whatever this soldier needs, I'm going to give it my all. And thankfully she's so well now, doing great, so thanks for that. But what I'm getting at is, we possess so much knowledge and skill, right? So when you come into the civilian sector, it's kind of like looked down upon, like shut the fuck up type shit. I'm gonna just call it what it is. Shut the fuck up. Okay, or just like learning how to peel back and not seeming like the know-it-all, because that's the last thing I ever want to do, is to portray that I know it all, which I absolutely do not. A man that thinks he knows everything don't know shit at all. And when you start thinking that you know everything, you're not even living anymore. You're just floating around earth. That's how I look at it. That's my philosophy on that. So what I'm getting at is, when I believe last week or 2 weeks ago, sorry you hear animals in the back, because I'm watching a nature channel. This is what I do with my son, my cat. We sit and watch African safaris and reserves. And I love that. I don't watch TV at all when it comes to like other shows and stuff, but I love to put on like cat games for my cat to challenge his brain, make sure he's staying active and, getting that activity that he needs in the brain as well. But I do it with him because it's fun to watch with him, the animals and how he reacts. And when he sees a lion, I think he kind of put himself in the lion's shoes, like, that's my cousin. And I'll be like, that's your cousin, King? That's your cousin? Look at your cousin. Look how beautiful your cousin is. But I'm getting off topic. I want to wrap this up really quickly because I have a session to attend in actually 3 minutes, which have been great. Like I discussed, I'm doing these sessions. And today I started another session with cancer patients within a great, absolutely great program called the Gilda's Club. And the women there and the men, it was both women and males, were amazing. But I'm going to end with this. I got offended as hell when I got graded on my participation for one of my classes. And I have yet to confront my teacher about this yet. And I will, respectfully and professionally, of course, always. But yeah, I got graded a little low on my participation. She said, great energy you bring and great strong presence you bring to the class, but you need to work on allowing, pretty much saying that you need to work on allowing those who's shy, your classmates that are shy, to speak up and things of that nature. Now, from my view, I guess I thought I was doing that, but also this professor didn't bring this to my attention before even grading me on this. So if you're a teacher and you're trying to teach and you're trying to help others what they do not know and don't understand, bring this to me first before grading me or low on that specific topic when you have never not once brought this to my attention. Yes, you say it in a greater larger of the group every so often, like just like as a norm for class, but talk to me about it before grading me. That's my outlook on that. So I am super offended by it, and that can be me just being defensive, putting up a defense mechanism. But I just wanted to share that it has been hard. So sorry. Hold on. I hope you guys can still hear me. But yeah, it's just a little difficult coming out of the military and people look at you like, and then sometimes you got people that just like, oh, you was in the military. They don't even know the extent of what that kind of means and all that we had to do. Like no one really understands that we don't just come in and just do one job. Oh no, you have like a conundrum of job titles underneath your job, on top of being the leader, on top of being the counselor, on top of the being the active listener, on top of the being the skillful, knowledgeable person, on top of being the one that's a subordinate and can be a subordinate as well as superior. Learning how to balance all of that, we possess that, we got it, we learned it, so to come out here in the civilian sector to try to like put a volume button on that, right, and try to mute it a little bit, it can be difficult. But what I'm going to say is, I'm aware of it now, and that's the first stage of change, being aware and making yourself known, and then you work on it from there. So all I got to say is I'm working on, just leaning back instead of leaning in, leaning back some. And yeah, I had to get that off my chest. And I think that's about it for now. There's so much I want to say, but I'll save it for next channel. And again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll keep you up to date more. And yeah, I just finished midterms, writing 10-page papers on like coordinating and facilitating a group therapy for veterans, all hypothetical, but really, really helped me hone in. I'm actually working with the Brooklyn VA on a great project I'm excited about in regards to bringing awareness to art therapy. Also, I just want to thank the VA for even considering me for Women of the Month, and blessing me the opportunity with being on the cover of the VA newsletter. Love y'all. Love y'all. And I'll end with this. If you want to see change, be the change. Be the change you want to see. That's it, and that's all. Just do it. Get yourself out there and be the change. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you want change, be it. Okay? Bye. Love you guys.